Hello friends, welcome to How to VLAN channel. This is DB VLAN stream. Today in this video, we are going to see how to set up SNMP monitoring for Oracle Key Vault 21.9. This is part 1. Why I am doing this as a multi-part series, you might have already seen a video on SNMP monitoring setup and the failure attempt. It was really a failure attempt. Now I am going to show you what went really wrong and how do we get going with it. So probably I will scrap the whole wrong video. I'll tell you why at the end of the video. All right, let's get going. So if you look at this, so in our old video, you might have seen that I would have complained that SNMP walk, I'm not able to perform SNMP walk because I'm getting an error like this. Invalid authentication, no. SNMP walk authentication failure, incorrect password or community or key. Maybe this is going to be an eye opener for everyone who faces this issue and what should they really do. This was the issue we faced earlier, and then we said that there is an issue with Oracle. I told you that I raised a case with Oracle support, and then Oracle said that it is a bug and so on. But is it really a bug? No, it's not a bug. Actually, this is an understanding gap. Now I'm going to show you where we missed and what went wrong. Alright, so first of all, in the our reference document is this Oracle document, Oracle documentation site only. We have an Oracle. The case I raised went to an Oracle developer, and the Oracle developer suggested that I check with the old version of SNMP, because old version of SNMP doesn't support AES 256 and SHA 256. It is really the case. They don't support. They support only SHA and AES. So maybe my SNMP client is not 256 compliant. It may be only supporting SHA and AES, not the 256 one. To verify that, what you have to do is you can just run SNMP walk help. So I forgot to tell you what our setup is. This yellow color screen is where our monitoring tool is running, which is nothing but Prometheus and Grafana, and this black color screen is where our OKVs are running. Okay, come to the screens later. So now if you do SNMP walk -help, you will see here, this is exactly the engineer told. You see here you have support for version 1, 2, C and 3, but you don't have support for the authentication protocol for SH256. If you have SH256, you will really see SH256 mentioned here. And similarly, protocol X. This is also where location where you will see AES 256 mentioned already. So how it will look like, I'm just going to show you. This is where all our issue went. So you will see something like this. SHA 256, something like that would have been mentioned. But in our case, this is an old version of SNMP. I don't know if this is the case with Prometheus and Grafana's issue, or maybe I'm using an old version of SNMP tool itself in my case. I may need to upgrade it, but you will see something like this. It's not the case. So which means that we cannot really use SHA 256 or AES 256 in our authentication. And if you try, see, by default, Oracle Key Vault allows only SHA 256 and AES 256 by its setup. When the appliance comes out, when the box comes out, it will only support the users to authenticate using AES 256 and SHA 256. This is the understanding miss. I never knew this. So I was always trying to, I thought you can use any protocol to connect, but it is not the case. You needed to configure the authentication and the protocol both in the OKV appliance, and you need to use the same authentication and the protocol to connect to the OKV appliance. I think they exchange the encrypted username and password, so they need to use the same encryption algorithm at the end. So that's where it all went wrong. Now I learned what the issue is. So now I'll just tell you. So we have our client machine and OKV. So client machine all and OKV both should use same auth and proto. I'll show you the default setup and what is the setup we are going to change. So as per this Oracle documentation, Oracle said there are at times few clients may not support 256 base algorithms. In that case, you need to go back to the basic ones, which are SHA and AES, which means that they are really not security standard. They are security standard. They are supported, but in an additional enhancement is this 256 base algorithms, which makes the hacker's job much more complex. So the default is 256 base algorithms and the OKV side. So we really need to use 256 algorithms to try connecting to the OKV appliance. We should not use any other protocols. Earlier in my attempt, I actually by mistake tried with non 256 algorithms to connect to 256 base algorithms. So what I was trying to do is earlier, I was trying to use this commands to talk to a OKV appliance which is a base 256 ones. So what really it means is the user is configured with the AES 256 and the SHA 256 in the server side. But I was using authentication as SHA without 256 and AES is just AES without AES 256. That's why my authentication protocol was always failing with this particular error, which I showed you. I think I lost it. I'm going to show you anyway. I'm going to reproduce it. You will see really what that error is. Okay. First, I'll show you. Yeah, let's log into our admin console. I don't want to take a lot of time because the next part will be the very long part where we will really see and set up our OKV appliance. Just give me a minute. Here we go here. I'm just going to show you the error first and then I'll show you the fix. And what is the fix? So I really wanted to start from where we left last time. I just go here. I need to set my password. So the password is here already. This is the password. Done. All right. Now if I try, I told you that OKV by default has 256 base algorithms. If I try this command, I should see SNMP walk authentication failure, incorrect password or community key. Community or key, it says a key. I never realized this is the error. So I should write it on the top. Error we faced. Now we are going to see how to fix this. So first step, I read this document. This document has a section which talks about support for SNMP clients which doesn't have 256 base algorithms. And that section is this old SNMP. Yeah, configuring SNMP to work with old SNMP clients. Alright, so configuring SNMP to work with old SNMP clients. Oracle Key Vault uses SHA 256 for authentication protocol and AES 256 for privacy protocol. To configure Oracle Key Vault to work with old SNMP clients and that do not support SHA 256 or authentication AES 256 or privacy protocol, perform the following steps. They did not say SNMP clients which doesn't support version 3. It still says version 3, but for the user information, user credential information exchange, authentication protocol and privacy protocol, we need 256 support, which is the default configuration in OKV side, which is not available on the client side. Like we saw in the client side, we did not really have the AES 256 or root cause. We do not have 256 here in the authentication protocol or privacy in the privacy protocol. Where is the privacy? Yeah, here you go. We do not have support. And what Oracle says is the Oracle Key Vault for authentication. Yeah, this is the reason. And the client below does not support 256 base algorithms. So what should I do in this case? Alright, so what you are asked to do is log in as support user to the OKV machine. I already did. I already logged in as OKV user, support user, and I also switched to the root. I am in root now. And backup this file I already did, but I'm going to show you that I'm taking another backup. And we need to modify this file, the same file which we took backup. I'll show you what the values are first. This is the line we are going to edit. I show you. See, this is the default value. And if I wanted to prove you that that was the default value, I'll just show you the backup I took. If you see here, all right, I just need to dot backup. Yes, so if you see here, this is the default value that came with the appliance, and you can see here create user username SHA256 and AS256 for DEP password and DEP password. DA password, DE password. I'm not sure what it really means, but this is what the default one with which the box was shipped. So box was shipped. So you can see here pre I showed you already. And now what change we are going to make is this is the default value or current value, right? Now if I go back to the original file where I'm going to make the change, you see two entries are there. I actually made another entry. I tested as well whether it is working fine or not. That's why I'm making this video, right? So it works. So if I change this file to comment this one out and enable this one, all you need to do in case you will not have this line in your setup, right? All you need to do is copy paste the same line, remove the dash 256 and 256 here, and that should work for you. Okay, so I just go here, I search 256 and I just going to comment this one out. It's very simple fix. All you need to remove is remove the 256 here and 256 here. That's all. I just commented it out. Now if you see, now the actual one which came with the box is commented out and the one which without it is uncommented. Okay, is it supported by Oracle? Yes, it is supported by Oracle because we just reading the document here and we are doing the exercise. You can see here it's clearly called out, log into the RKV as the support user, switch to root and then make the change. They clearly say how should you make the change after the modification. If you have not configured SNMP, then configure the SNMP by following the steps in granting SNMP access to users, or else reapply the SNMP configuration. Follow the steps in changing SNMP username and password. So in our case, SNMP was already configured. So all I need to do now is to reset the password of the user. Then it will apply this encryption algorithm on top of the user which already exists. In a new setup, you will create the user. In the old setup, I'm just going to reset it. How to create the user, you will see the other video where I actually failed. There is a failed attempt, right? You can use that. I'm going to reset the password here. I just go here to the OKV console. You see, I'm in the OKV console. Click on SNMP. So you know how to come over here. You click on system and settings and SNMP. All these are already explained in the whole video. Go take a look and let's now reset the password to the same value. I'm not going to change anything else. So now we have removed the 256 base algorithms from the user setup. So I'm going to just save this. So now we applied the settings. Let's go and check. So we have now removed the 256 requirement. Now let's see if it works fine or not. The 122 is see, this is the failed one last time. Now you see we are not getting any more the error and the return code is success 0. See, it is able to connect to the OKV upline 21.9 and this is the name of the machine, and I will show you the uptime, not uptime, this is the one which Oracle asks us to run to validate. And if you see here, this is the output, and I will show you where Oracle asks us to validate this. This is where you do the SNMP walk. SNMP walk, if you search, this is what Oracle asks us to do. SNMP walk, third party SNMP client version 3, OKV IP address, SNMP user, SHA. See, this is the problem. In the Oracle documentation site, they themselves did not say that you need to use SHA 256 or AES 256. I just copy pasted this command and I ran this. This is where all the problems started. So, I mean, I agree that I have an understanding miss, but this documentation should be clear in calling out that we should use SHA 256 and AES 256 here. Then it would have been much easier. So, this is the OID that we are scanning, and you see the output. It's the same. I don't see event manager though, but I think it's the same OID. 361.4.20.21.2.1.2. Okay, yeah, it's the same. But I see HTTPD, yeah, KMAP daemon. These are Golden Gate services: service manager, admin server, distribution server, receiver server. This is the database PMON. This just lists out all the services running on this particular OID thing. Query the object area is supported by SNMP, maybe base variable. So you get some response. So you can see here. This is our Golden Gate service. This is database P1, HTTPD, KMAPD. Oh yeah, this is the one. We just get an additional one, which is AV agent monitor. So 4 here, 4 here, fifth one is here, and the other 3 HTTPD and MW. MW is not here. KMIPD and KMIP USD. Alright, so we want to see the other one now. For example, if you want to see the uptime, you just change the OID to this and just run this same command, just add this, and you will get to see the uptime of the machine. So the uptime is 1 hour, I think. So that's the uptime. So you get all the values now. Earlier you didn't get, now you're getting it. That's all. So this shows you that the issue is fixed. Post fix. So we understood what the root cause is. The root cause is OKV ships with SHA 256 and AES 256 algorithms by default. But Oracle documentation says to use SHA and AES 256, AES ASCII protocol and authentication protocol and the privacy protocol to connect to test, and that's where all went wrong. I didn't realize it as well, and I just tested using the same. Now after going to Oracle support said try with the without base 256 and see if it works. Then I tried it and it worked. And then I went back and I looked at the documentation. I saw where the mistake was and and I also missed to understand what this really meaning is and how to validate whether your SNMP client is supporting base 256 or not, algorithms or not, how to do that, all that we learned. So we learned what was the issue with the SNMP setup in the beginning. We learned that there is a mistake in the Oracle documentation side. We had a knowledge gap or the understanding gap. We learned about that, and then we really fixed the issue. Now we are able to discover all the OIDs. So, and also we learned about a particular error which is a very generic, but it looks like in the beginning, but it is now we found a fix also for it. That's important. So I hope you really like this video, and if you really like, um, give me a thumbs up and share with your friends and subscribe to How to Wayland channel. In the next part is going to be the real setup of SNMP monitoring using Grafana and Prometheus for OKV appliance. I know it has been a long time, at least a month or now from the last time I uploaded a video because I've been quite busy with some other work. I'm not finding time during my off business hours, so that's why I couldn't upload you. I mean, thanks guys anyway for staying with me even when I don't do. I wanted to do at least 2 weeks once or weekly one video upload, but I couldn't do it. I'm sorry about that. But I'll ensure that I try to catch up with you at some time. I have some work still left for this weekend and so on. So probably you'll get to see the next video on the next weekend. But let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Thank you. Thanks for staying with me and happy learning. And share with your friends, like I said, and subscribe to our Talent channel and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thank you, everyone. Bye.